Well, what are three of the top myths about reverse mortgages? Hi, this is James Hecker, mortgage advisor, NMLS number 214601. And today I just want to talk to you a little bit about what those myths are and what the truth is. And one of the top myths about a reverse mortgage is that I'll no longer own my home. The bank will own it. And that's just not true. It's a mortgage like anything else. It's a reverse mortgage rather than what we call a forward mortgage, what you may be more used to, in that you have the option of not making any payments. In fact, you can accept payments from the lender on a monthly basis. You can get a lump sum, you can get monthly payments, you can get a credit line, and you don't have to make mortgage payments. And so that's what a reverse mortgage is. And all along, you still have the right to make decisions about your home, to sell it, to leave it to your children, whatever you want to do. The bank does not own the home. And that's the number one myth that people have about it. And that kind of brings up the second myth is, I won't be able to sell my home if I choose to. And that's not the case. You can sell your home, and the beauty of it is that it is a non-recourse loan. It's insured by the federal government, FHA, and so that if in fact the loan balance does grow beyond the value of the home, values come down or whatever the case may be, there's what's called a 95% rule. So if the loan is within 95% of the value of the home, you can walk away from it, or your children can walk away from it. And that leaves you in a situation where there's no recourse, which means they won't go after you with a judgment or personally. You can just walk away from it. And normally, though, there's equity growth. Even with a reverse mortgage, you still have equity growing just through appreciation. And that equity belongs to you or your estate, whatever the case may be. And so that leads us into the third myth that a lot of people are concerned about, and that is, I'll be leaving a debt that my children or my estate would have to pay off. And that, again, is not truth, because as I'd said, the 95% rule allows the estate or your children to walk away from the property if it doesn't have enough value, or they can sell it or refinance it and pay off the mortgage and take the equity and do with it whatever they want. And then a bonus, because I said I was going to cover three of the top myths, but a bonus is that a reverse mortgage is for someone who's got no other options, that it is the last resort. And, for somebody in that situation where they have no liquid assets, and they have difficulty with their cash flow, let's say they're on Social Security and it's not quite enough money to make the mortgage payment and their living expenses, that is a good choice because then they have no mortgage payment and they can free up that amount of their budget towards necessities and whatever else that they would like. And so that myth that only those who have no other option would choose that isn't the case, because there are plenty of people who use a reverse mortgage as a financial planning tool, and that perhaps they want to delay taking from their retirement accounts as long as possible. And as long as there's equity in the property, they can have no mortgage payments. They can take a monthly income from it in many cases. There's a lot of options available for you to consider in the big picture. And so if you have any questions about these or other myths and what the truths are and whether or not a reverse mortgage really would be right for you, please give me a call. Again, this is James Hecker, 661-714-2145 is my number. And I would be very happy to take a few moments, see if you would qualify for one of these, which you'd have to be 62 years of age and be able to have enough cash flow to cover the maintenance, taxes, and insurance on the property, but you'd have no mortgage payment. So we could talk a little bit about that, and then we can look at the big picture for you and see if it's something that would really benefit you. Feel free to give me a call, 661-714-2145. I look forward to speaking with you. Thank you very much.